Did you know that the primary difference between real estate agents earning six and seven figures and those who struggle is mindset? It's not just skills or market conditions, it's how they think. In this video, I'm going to show you how to develop the mindset of a successful real estate agent in 2025. Welcome back to the M4 Real Estate Mastermind, where we help real estate agents and brokers to scale their life and business by focusing on the M4 framework of mindset, mentorship, momentum, and manifestation. Join us on this journey of successful discovery by subscribing to the channel. If you want to connect and talk story about your life and business, you can book a call with me using the Calendly link on this channel. There are four principles related to mindset that we'll be talking about in today's video. First is that mindset is the foundation for success. When agents have a growth mindset, then they will be able to overcome any difficulties they face. They'll pivot, they'll adapt, and they'll adjust to whatever's happening in their business. If we don't have a growth mindset, then we'll be more inclined to give up or to quit when the going gets tough. For myself personally, having the right mindset at the start of my business was critical to ensure that I would stay committed to doing the things I needed to be doing every day so that I could get through that and learn what I needed to learn in order to ultimately become a top producing agent in my market. Had I not been focused on developing a growth mindset and seeing what was possible for myself, then it's very likely that I would have quit in those early days. So, how can you develop a growth mindset? One of the most important things we can be doing is continuously feeding the mind with positive content. There's so many books, podcasts, YouTube channels, and different things that we can be consuming to help ensure we're building a positive mindset. If you feel that you struggle with your mindset or you don't quite have the growth mindset that you want, it's okay. This can be changed simply by consuming good content every day, focusing the mind on what you want to accomplish instead of what you don't want to achieve, and then learning how to develop that mental toughness will go a long way in helping you to overcome the challenges you might be facing in your business now and looking towards the future, knowing that you can get through this and that there's always a better way to get things done. The second principle of mindset is that belief determines behavior, and this is so critical. We all have limiting beliefs, things that are holding us back. Some we may be conscious or even unconscious of. But as we can focus on those beliefs that might be holding us back and work on breaking those down and create more empowering beliefs that better serve us, that is what will really help to propel our businesses forward. It's surprising to me how many people get into real estate with dreams and ambitions of being successful, making a lot of money, having a great lifestyle, and achieving all of their dreams and goals, only to adopt belief systems that totally work against that very goal. So I think it's very important to evaluate our beliefs. What do we believe? What do we believe is possible for ourselves? If you find that you're struggling with belief or to develop the kind of belief you need to be successful, then you can start focusing on doing those things you need to do to kind of break down those limiting belief systems and then to intentionally put into place beliefs that serve you better. When I first started in real estate, I decided to go into it with the belief that I could sell higher dollar value real estate. I didn't want to limit myself to just deals of 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, whatever it might be. I chose intentionally to try to go after $1 million and higher deals. Would I be unwilling to do deals that were 200, 300, $500,000? Of course not. I was willing to learn from and take any deal that I could get, especially in the early years. But I didn't limit myself to those lower numbers. I knew that if I focused on the higher numbers, even though I'd never done it before, that I could learn that and that I could eventually make more money in my business by having that focus. So by having that belief that I could sell $1 million or multi-million dollar real estate, I was able to do that. In fact, the second deal that I did was from an open house lead. I worked with a buyer to buy a $949,000 condo. It wasn't quite $1 million, but to have a $949,000 deal be my very second deal in the business was a very powerful example of belief and not holding myself back. Time and again, I've seen agents limit themselves to thinking like, I can only do listings up to this amount of money, or I can only represent buyers up to this amount of money. And there's really no limit to what you can do. It's just only a limit of the beliefs we place on ourselves. So I can encourage you to dismantle your beliefs, try to identify any limiting beliefs that might be holding you back, and then work on creating more empowering beliefs that you can use to replace those. The third principle for mindset is talking about fixed versus growth mindset. When we have a fixed mindset, we find ourselves saying things like, I can't do that, or that's not for me, or I just don't have the skills to do that type of thing, or I don't have what it takes to do that. Anything that's kind of shutting ourselves down or telling ourselves why we can't or why we shouldn't do something. Whereas a growth mindset looks at things a little differently, like, I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm learning, or I can definitely do that, or I've never done it before, but I'm not afraid to go after that and try. A growth mindset allows yourself to believe that anything is possible. It really is more of the difference between like the abundance mentality and the scarcity mentality. So if you find yourself thinking of more scarcity, lack, and not being able to do things, then you want to evaluate that. And I would strongly recommend you read the book Mindset. And I can put a link to that in the description. This is a great breaking down of the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. What you'll find is most of the successful agents and brokers that you'll see and meet out in the world all adopt a growth mindset. They believe that anything is possible for themselves. They truly focus on and adopt that way of thinking. And in a way, it is a learned skill. We can change the way we think. We can learn to think in new and different ways. If you're struggling with that, or if you feel like you need to develop a stronger growth mindset, you can do that by reading these types of books. You can also do that by how you talk to yourself, how you interact with yourself. Catch yourself when you're saying those things like I can't, or I won't, or I don't know how to do this or that. You can add a simple three-letter word yet to the end of these type of statements. I don't know how to record videos yet. I don't know how to edit videos yet. And then soon you'll start shifting that language even differently, that I'm learning how to do this. I'm learning how to do that. And through the course of action and shifting that mindset just a little bit, it's amazing how you can pivot from having more of a fixed mindset mentality to a growth mindset mentality. And when you do that, it's like this positive upward spiral, and you'll start attracting much more opportunity into your life and into your business. The fourth principle of mindset that I want to cover briefly is visualization and affirmations. This is so important to be visualizing the success of the things that we desire. It's also another thing of focusing on what we want instead of focusing on what we don't want. If you think about it, when we take time to focus on or talk about what we don't want, we're literally giving power and visualization to that versus focusing on and talking about what we do want. You see this large vision board behind me. This is my second version of a vision board. The first one I did was kind of on your standard poster board size paper, and it was great. It was awesome. I had it for a couple of years. I achieved almost everything on that vision board, and it really helped me gain a belief in the power of these kind of visualizations and vision boards. And so I've spent quite a bit of time working on this other one, and it enables me to have this visual reminder every day in my home office in the studio here of what I'm wanting to achieve for my life. This is designed to be about a 2 to 5 year vision board, depending on the rate at which I can accomplish these dreams and these goals and these ambitions. But it's important that we take the time each day to focus on our goals morning and night. If you don't have clearly articulated goals yet for the year, be sure to take some time out this week, today, if you can, to put those goals on paper for all the different aspects of your life, not just for your business, not just for your finances, but for your health, your fitness, your mind, your body, your spirit, sure, your work and your income, but your relationships, these things that are most important in your life. We want to make sure that we have goals in all of the key areas of our life. And if you can review those goals every morning and every evening and keep them in front of you where you're seeing them all the time, that will create that mental picture in your mind. And as we look at our goals, or as we stand in front of our vision boards, we want to be feeling the feelings that we will feel when we achieve these things. Allow those emotions to come into your mind and heart and really start feeling what that will feel like to achieve that dream vacation, to buy that dream home, to get that dream car, to be in your ideal relationship, or to have better relationships with your spouse and with your children, with those that you care about. Those are powerful things that help draw into our lives what we want, and that ties in with our mindset. The other aspect is the affirmations, or the words that we say to ourselves. We're all talking to ourselves all the time, whether out loud or just in our heads. So watch how you speak to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Be easy on yourself, but also push yourself to higher heights, right? We don't want to beat ourselves up. We don't want to beat ourselves down. We want to learn and grow. We want to be kind to ourselves, just as we would strive to be kind to others, kind to our clients, kind to our family members. We need to treat ourselves in the same way. Implementing affirmations in daily life can be very powerful. For me personally, I worked with ChatGPT to create 100 powerful affirmations to help me in all of the key areas of my life. This is a powerful exercise where every morning I can recite recite these 100 affirmations in front of the mirror and feel the energy and the positivity and the power of these things. This takes some time to do and to create, but not a lot of time. And that's the power of AI and using these tools to help you craft things that are important to you. You put in your goals, you put in your dreams, you talk about what's important to you, and then you ask for that help to create 10, 20, 50, 100, whatever you need or want, so that you can then focus on those things every day. As you do that, you will feel and notice a shift in your mindset. You'll feel and notice a shift in the energy and what you are drawing to yourself and what your personal standards are, your personal expectations are for what you want to accomplish in your life. Everything is manifested mentally before it is physically, or everything is created mentally and spiritually before it is manifested in the physical environment. As we believe that and focus on that, then that will give us much more time and emphasis to put on the mental side of our business. Because if we're not experiencing what we want to be experiencing in the physical reality of our real estate businesses, all that tells me is we haven't yet done the work necessary in our mindset and in our thought processes, which then lead to our actions and behaviors and habits in order to achieve the things that we want. And that's actually the great news. The great news is everything that we want to attain is possible by enhancing, upgrading, and improving our mindset. And there's a clear path and way of doing that. Your mindset is either your greatest asset or your biggest obstacle. If you want to build your real estate business to become a 6-figure or 7-figure business in 2025 and beyond, then you need to focus on mindset and make sure that is a high priority in your business. In the next video, we're going to be talking about mentorship and how important it is to surround ourselves with the most powerful mentors that we can. If you want to continue receiving this content and learning from these types of videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications. If you want to connect with me for a one-on-one chat to talk about how we can better scale your life and business so that you can achieve all of your goals in 2025 and beyond, then you can book a call or a Zoom with me using the Calendly link in the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.